Okay, can you quickly explain how a hearing aid works?
A hearing aid works by amplifying sound to help individuals with hearing loss. It consists of a microphone that picks up sound from the environment, a processor that amplifies and adjusts the sound based on the user's needs, and a speaker that delivers the amplified sound into the ear. Modern hearing aids can also filter background noise and enhance speech, making it easier for users to hear conversations.
We would like eventually to come up with instructions as to for another developer to develop a web application that will show how a hearing aids operate, how they process the sound.
What key functionalities would you want the web application to have to demonstrate how hearing aids operate?
Okay, I would like to show actually sound processing, like the engineering, the data processing through the web application.
Would you like the application to visually represent the stages of sound processing, like input, amplification, and output?
Yes, that's right. Well, we already have a cochlear implant simulator that does a bit of that, and that's using microphone. I was thinking also an option to have pre-recorded sounds. What do you think?
Incorporating pre-recorded sounds would offer users a consistent experience and allow them to compare how different sound inputs are processed by the hearing aid. This would also be useful for demonstrations where a live microphone isn't practical. Do you want the application to have a toggle between live and pre-recorded sounds?
Yeah, that sounds good. What other features could it have?
Would you like to include visual representations of sound waves to show how they change through each processing stage?
Yes, that would be good.
Would you also like to include an option to simulate different levels of hearing loss, so users can see how the processing changes based on the user's hearing profile?
Yes, that would be great. And also, we already have a hearing test web application on the website. So potentially, you could have imported the audiogram from that test.
Importing the audiogram from the hearing test would be a great feature. It would personalize the experience, allowing users to see how their specific hearing profile affects sound processing.
Okay, so the audiogram, the other tool is exporting an audiogram as an image. So I'm not sure if that can be used. Probably not ideal.
Using an image of the audiogram might limit interactivity. A better approach could be exporting the audiogram data in a format like JSON or CSV, which would allow the web application to read and process it dynamically. Would that be feasible for your existing tool?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it should be fine. We'll have to update the hearing test tool as well, because currently it's only exporting. It has an option to download the audiogram as an image, but we will need to have another option to export as JSON. But yeah, if we can mock something up for this development, that should be fine.
Updating the hearing test tool to export the audiogram as JSON sounds like a solid plan. For development, you can mock up the JSON data to represent different hearing profiles. Would you like to outline the structure of this JSON data for your developer?
No, I'll let the developer to sort it out. Can we outline the whole web application structure first?
The web application could have a user interface where users can upload their audiogram and choose sound input methods, like live or pre-recorded sounds. There would be a visualization area to show sound waves and processing stages. Finally, a simulation module would process the sound based on the audiogram data.
Yeah, okay, so you are saying that the parameters of the sound amplification will depend on the imported audiogram.
Exactly. The parameters for sound amplification in the simulation would be tailored according to the imported audiogram. This way, the web application can simulate how sound is processed based on different levels of hearing loss.
Okay, that sounds interesting. Can we move on? Yes, a user interface that allows audiogram upload. Otherwise, we need like the mock-up audiogram. I'm not sure if the audiogram should be displayed. Yeah, we want the audiogram to be displayed on the front panel. Then we have, well, I'm not sure about what do you mean by sound input. Sound input selection. Yeah, we're selecting pre-recorded waveforms, which we will find some, we will have some to select from, but also an option to use the microphone of the device. Now with the visualization model displaying sound waves and processing stages. Yeah, so we would like to expand on that.
The web application is an interactive hearing aid simulator designed to demonstrate how hearing aids process sound. It allows users to experience real-time sound amplification and filtering, tailored to an audiogram that represents hearing loss profiles. Users can either use their device's microphone for live sound input or select pre-recorded audio samples. The application processes these sounds based on frequency-specific gain values derived from the audiogram, simulating how hearing aids amplify certain frequencies to improve clarity. The interface includes controls for adjusting parameters, visualizations to display sound waveforms at different processing stages, and real-time updates reflecting changes in user settings. Users can also download their audiogram visualization as an image for reference. Overall, the application serves as both an educational tool and a demonstration of core hearing aid functionalities.
Wait, we're now going places. That's not quite accurate. That's not quite accurate. Okay, can we update a few things? So first of all, the web application file structure should be simple, just 4 files, your HTML, JavaScript, JSON. The other thing is that the visualization is, I'm not sure if we would have any download options. Maybe, but yeah, maybe eventually we will have the audiogram from a hearing test being translated essentially into the parameters of the hearing aid setup. Can you update and instruct the instructions accordingly?
The web application will have a simplified structure with just 4 core files, one for the HTML layout, one for JavaScript handling functionality and interactions, one JSON file to store audiogram and hearing aid parameters, and one CSS file for styling. The visualization will focus on showing sound waveforms and how they're processed in real time based on the audiogram data. We'll hold off on emphasizing download options for now, but they could be added later if it fits the workflow. The key functionality will revolve around translating an audiogram, either uploaded or generated from a hearing test, into specific hearing aid parameters. These parameters will control how frequencies are amplified or adjusted to match different hearing profiles. Does that align with your vision?
Yes, that sounds good. Yeah, I would like to develop for mobile first, so it works okay on small screen, but then also if the screen is larger, we could show more information. But the user interface should be highly interactive and engaging.
The web app will follow a mobile-first design approach, ensuring it works smoothly on smaller screens with a clean, user-friendly interface. On mobile devices, essential features like sound input selection, audiogram visualization, and basic controls will be prioritized. As the screen size increases, additional details and insights, like more in-depth waveform visualizations or parameter adjustments, can be displayed without cluttering the interface. Interactivity will remain a priority across all screen sizes, with intuitive controls and responsive feedback to keep users engaged.
Okay, we have the instructions.
With the simplified file structure, mobile-first design, dynamic scaling for larger screens, and a
Okay, we'll shut that up for a sec. Okay, we move to Claude. We do a single prompt with Claude. We do a single prompt. Okay, it's doing the HTML. It ignored the instructions for a separate CSS file. Okay, we won't be able to start microphone. There's no demo sound. That's wrong. That is wrong. Now the question, is it complete code? Yes. We already have a hearing aid. 1, 2. So this will be using the microphone. Yeah, it's not very useful. Yeah, I'll have a bunch of hearing aids by the sound of it. This one is also a single HTML file. because the previous was only 236 lines of code and the new one 392. Okay, 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Okay, we have the waveform. That's fine, that's easy. Frequency gains, so everything is currently at 0 dB, 0 dB. Okay, this might be so kind of like it, the idea of it, because you can adjust specific frequencies. Gain 1 2 1 2 testing, and you have presets, but the presets are not actually doing anything, and there's no demo at the moment. 1 2 1 2 1 2. I like the idea of it. Yeah, we can stop it for a sec. Yeah, because it must be very annoying. But yeah, we'll have a... Wait, let's restart. Yeah, we have a waveform. What's the gain currently doing? Gain is 0. Actually told it originally. So what we did, which is sum up quickly. Yeah, we had a chat with GPT-4o, the voice model, assuming it is 4o. We asked for a hearing aid application. So we already have this audiogram on our website. It's working fine. You can actually do your own hearing test, obviously not calibrated. Then the idea is that you can export this. Currently you can only export it as an image. We need to update it so you can also export as JSON data file, and then pop it into your hearing simulator. It will adjust the frequency gains for you based on your audiogram. And Bob to your uncle, you could use this thing as a hearing aid as such, so it will amplify whatever is coming into the microphone. Currently it's my voice, but it could be anything else, and we will go from there. Yeah, there's currently some sort of weird, it's called like attack timing. So there's some sort of delay between the processing. 1 2 testing. 1 2. Yeah, now it's amplifying. Yeah, it's really annoying. It actually takes some time to work. Yep, demo sound. We'll play some demo. This will be your audiogram, and essentially we'll be showing the processing of how the processing of sound is happening within a hearing aid. But yeah, we need to do another session on this. But now we got some better idea. We did the code was generated by Claude, single prompt, single shot prompt. Was ChatGPT generated all the instructions. It did ignore making separate files. It shoved everything into one HTML. It's a bit weird. Yeah, and it's trying to deploy on its own. It's trying to deploy on its own server. Obviously, it doesn't work. Well, because there's no microphone access. Yeah, so it's giving errors. So not sure what's the point. Why is it even trying to do it? But okay. Anyway, we will continue this next time. Don't forget to provide your feedback. See you later. Bye.